I still can't believe the IS-7 incident was Gregory's last case, or that it's been 18 long years since. A murder at a confectionery contest, and one of the participants, no less, Artie Frost. They pulled his body out of a treasure chest that was a part of Samson Tangaroa's chocolate tableau. He'd been hit in the head with a large rock salt lamp, and subsequently bled to death. We found the lamp hidden inside the candy castle Delicious Con had made for the contest. But then, before anyone had the chance to investigate Mr. Frost's own room, all of his icy creation had melted clean away. All of Mr. Frost's work destroyed. Mr. Von Karma wasn't very happy. He told us to get out, and in no uncertain terms. So what do we do now, Mr. E? I can't believe he just up and kick us out. Mr. Von Karma's total jerk. Now, Eddie. It was always the job of the police and the prosecutor's office to investigate the scene. Yeah, but he didn't have to talk to us like that. Who cares if you're cops or attorney? We should all be working together to find the truth. You can't assume that everybody's aims are the same as your own. You may wish to expose the truth, but others may prefer to accept things at face value. Which way of thinking is right will depend on the person. But what if somebody innocent ends up behind bars because no one managed to uncover the truth? It can happen. We're all human, police and prosecutors included. Which is why defense attorneys exist. Our job is to help people in just such situations, to be friends to the friendless. Friends to the friendless. Now, we may not be able to investigate Mr. Frost's room as hoped, but that doesn't mean we give up. You're right, Mr. E. I'm sorry. I should have thought more before I opened my big mouth. Huh. You're young, Eddie. You'll learn soon enough. I will, I promise. Mr. Redford, Mr. Fender, you look like you could use a little pick-me-up. I'm afraid this is all I have, but please, by all means. Whoa, you're the best, Miss Bone. Thank you. A little sugar boost might actually help, although these are a little too sweet for my liking, and a little uniquely shaped. I'm sorry they're not your taste. No way, they're great. If they're so sweet. You're very kind. I imagine me, of all people, a mediocre confectioner. What? You mean you made this yourself? Yes, Samson loves chocolate, so I had to learn. Keeping him supplied with his favorite treats is just one of my many duties. Although he does spend most of the time coaching me on how to improve my technique. Mr. Tangaroa sure is a lucky guy, getting to eat homemade sweets made by one of the only Judy Bond whenever he wants. Sounds amazing. Huh? I'm sorry, did you say something? No, nothing at all. Here's sweet Eddie. You really do still have a lot to learn. It seems you're quite committed to the work you do for Mr. Tangaroa, Miss Bond. Of course, what record you'll have to stay here otherwise. What do you mean by that? I was abandoned as a baby, and Mr. Tangaroa took me in. That's right, one snowy Christmas Eve many years ago he found me on the steps of this very mansion. He saved my life and became the father I never had. I can never repay him, so my work for him is the least I can do, and I'll be here for him for as long as he needs me. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. I must be getting old. I'm welling up a little myself. And think today is Christmas Eve, and I can't even give him a present in person. I'd do anything to save him. Anything. Please, if there's something I can do to help, just say it. We're very grateful. Perhaps you could help us by answering questions. Did you know the victim? Not very well, I'm afraid. Oh, but if you wanted to see some of his work, I have a picture of the sculptures he made for the final. My, they're stunning. Aren't they? I think they're masterpiece. Who would have thought you could make such a intricate statues out of flavored ice? Samson adored them too. Oh hey, that's Taurus and Gemini, right? I know you are keen on constellation and the zodiac, Eddie. Oh, I love it. The stars can tell. Take Gemini for example. See the lyre? That's what the harp is called. And the arrow and the hold up. The lyre doesn't have any strings. Huh? Did Mr. Frost forget to add them maybe? That doesn't sound like something he forgot to do. Wait, really? But I thought you just said you didn't know him very well. Oh, well, I just didn't seem like the type. It seems she's got something to hide too. You took this photograph yourself, Miss Bond? Yes, I used this instant camera here. It develops pictures as soon as you take them. It's so useful. Ooh, I love to see it in action. Then why don't I take your picture? Yes, come on Mystery, let's get a shot for both of us. Well, alright then. It would be a shame to waste a good hair day. Ready, say cheese. Gonna ready my shot too. There, all done. The picture's yours to keep, Mr. Fender. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That's such a cool camera. Well, it's the only one we've got, so we use it for all picture taking needs. It's very convenient, but the lack of negative is something of a shame. So there aren't any negative for us to reference. I assume Mr. Tangaroa used this same camera during the contest. Yes, you assume correctly. He used it for some work in progress picture of his seascape, and later to take some photos of the other contestant work. But didn't you take the picture of the body when you discovered it? And did you discover the body while the judging was still underway? Ah yes, Samson wanted a picture of the all entrance completed rooms. But the film ran out just as he finished photographing Mr. Gusta's work. And when can I see the picture already? So he asked me to go put in new cartridge. I seem to think there should have been more shots left than there were. In other words, the film ran out sooner than expected. Yes, the number of shots he took didn't line up with the number of shots remaining. But he thought maybe he just lost track somewhere along the way. But had he really though? I went to our living area to change the film and was passing through the fountain room on my way back when I heard the sound of something break, collapse in Samson's. Samson, are you in here? Ah! Mr. Frost's body was just lying there. I was in total shock. It was all too much. But I remember, I called the police and then I went to tell everybody else. And the camera, it's been with me ever since. I see. I'd be grateful if you could lend us the camera and the pictures too, Miss Bond. Of course, here you go. Thank you. Detective Beth, Miss Conn, are they done investigating? They're done with me, that's for certain. The big mini told me to clear off. Honestly, the mannequins will be the end of me. The cheek of him. Guess he got tired of people cluttering up his crime scene. Did he run you off too, Detective Beth? Yeah, Von Karma seems to think I'm a nuisance. Can't do things his way with me around. Why Mr. Von Karma go so far as to exclude his own lead detective? Still, got a pretty good look at the scene. As for Gusto, he's enjoying a nice little chat. Heck no, it was. What about the fact that Miss Bond said she saw him going in there during the contest? Mr. Gusto went into Mr. Frost's room? That's right, and I have to say, he looked very much like he didn't want to be seen. I know what he could have been up to. Well, he's candidate number 1 at the moment. The guy who melted Frostwork. But is that really why Mr. Gusto went in? Get a photo of the room right here if you need it. It's all yours. Wait, what? Why would you just give it to us? Do I gotta spell it out for you, kid? I'm offering help for you guys. I want the truth about this case to come out. Detective. Really, Detective Bet? Mr. Von Karma won't be happy about this. Yeah, well, I'm not Von Karma's stooge. If he's gonna stonewall my investigation, then I'm not gonna play by the book either. Can't let some pesky rules keep me from finding the truth. No, can I, Rachel? Indeed. Thank you, Detective Bet. Wow, I can't believe you won him over, Mr. A. Well, I haven't the foggiest what you're all going on about, but there's two new friends, huh? It's definitely nice to have a good detective on our side, that's for sure. Alright, let's take a look at that photograph. Here. This is what Frost's room looks like right now. Yikes, there's nothing left of his flavored ice sculptures but puddles. The floor appears to be completely covered in a pale blue liquid. I should compare this with the photo I just borrowed from Miss Brown. I assume that the unplugged power cord has something to do with all. Yeah, once that out of the socket, the display case lost power, and up the temperature went. It looks like they were all connected to the same power strip. Do you have any idea when it was unplugged? Nope, still working on that. The sculptures were beautiful, what a waste. You can say that again, I should have taken a few more bites out of them while I had the chance. So they tasted good? Did they ever? I've never tried ice so scrumptious in all my life. Really? Man, I wish I could have had a bite. Well, scrumptious except for the salty bit, of course. That was unbearable. The salty bit? It's in other photos you got there. This bit, the harpy thing. Demonized liar. Wait, that's why I had no string? Because you ate them? I didn't eat that much, you cheeky little devil. I told you it was all horrible and salty. It's interesting that the only one particular of this one particular sculpture tastes different from the rest. And could somebody other than Miss Khan really be responsible for eating the rest of the strings? Did you not think anything else, Miss Kun? Come to think of it, I did. There was a funny little mark on Chillywing's sword. It was 2 little letters. Let me see if I can draw it for you. There we go. Yes, it looked just like that. It's almost like a signature or something. Wait. I just knew Mr. Frost wouldn't make that harp without string. He's not the type to skip an important detail like that. I hope you don't mind me asking, Miss Brown. But are you certain you didn't know Mr. Frost particularly well? What? No, I barely know him, I swear. Is that so? You certainly seem to have some strong opinion about his attitude toward his work. No, I just... The sculptures were so carefully made, I didn't think he missed something so important. Are they two lovers or something? I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. You have a more personal connection to his work than that. What makes you say that? I have an item of evidence that appears to have been one of Mr. Frost's possession, and it shares a key feature with another piece of evidence. Well, I won't know what you're talking about if you don't share, so what are these 2 pieces of evidence of yours? Which 2 items point to? This is the first. Okay, the PH. And now the second. The teapot. Miss Khan found 2 letters carved into Mr. Frost's ice sculptures. I think they were signatures of sorts. After all, it's not unusual for an artist to initial their work. I guess not. That's right, dear. It's just like you said. Chillowing statues had the letter PH carved in them, plain as day. Who are you, Artie Frost? Then what's with the PH? PH? Shouldn't it be AF? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You think so, but take a look at this. It's the seal we found at the crime scene. AF. It seems reasonable to assume that it fell from Mr. Frost's pocket, and when pressed into the surface of an item, it will leave behind the letters PH. The same pottery mark we see imprinted on the bottom of the items in the tea set. The same pottery mark? We've already established that the tea set is the work of the sculptor Paul Halleck. From that we can assume that these same letters would mark any item out as a piece of his work. So he's not really Frost, Paul Halleck. A fact which you are well aware, correct, Miss Bond? Well, yes, I know that he always marked his work with his initial like that. He never revealed his true identity in public, so it's the only way to know his works are truly his. You mean Paul Halleck was... That's right, Detective. The Frost had another identity. He was no ordinary confectioner, at least, as far as Miss Bond was concerned. For you see, Mr. Frost was in fact... Frost was in fact none other than famed sculptor Paul Halleck. What? Mr. Frost and Paul Halleck were the same person? But it's not like the mark's hard to copy though. Anyone who's seen it could fake being he made it. Not exactly the conclusive proof that Frost was who you say he was. It was proof enough of Miss Bond. What matters that she believed it. His true identity will have to be investigated by the good people of the precinct. Alright, I'll have the boys look into it. I should have known I couldn't hide it from you, Mr. Edgeworth. So you admit it, you're aware who Mr. Frost really was. I was... When I discovered his body, when I saw the seal you found, don't ask me how, but I just knew straight away that he was my dear Paul Halleck. Imagine his interest in a confectionery contest were his final legacy. A great man like that. And be honest, did you enter Mr. Frost's room at any point? What? Why are you asking me that? The photograph of Mr. Frost's room, I'd like to know when it was taken. Oh, I must have gotten mixed up with the one Simpson took during the judging. Objection! I'm afraid I find that rather hard to believe. You said yourself that the camera ran out of film during the judging, and that you had the charge of the camera since before Tangaroa had the chance to visit Mr. Frost's room. Where's the map? Not here. Where's the map of the room? There's no guess. Let's say you were able to take the picture when you discovered Mr. Frost's body. I suppose so. This suggests that you took only 2 pictures with the new film. One of Mr. Frost's body and one of his room. But I have piece of evidence that says otherwise. You do? Which piece of evidence contradicts the assumption that Miss Bond only took 2 pictures? Took 2 pictures. The camera? The camera? You gave the picture of the body to the police, and the picture of Mr. Frost come to me. Oh, and you gave us the picture you took of me and Mr. Edgeworth too. 3 photographs in total, and yet, the film cartridge in this camera only has 3 exposure remaining. Out of a total 20. You took more pictures and I want to know what of. I'll need to see all of the photos you took. Perhaps then we'll finally learn what you were really up to. I'm so sorry. I confess, I've been lying to you. Huh. These are all shots of Frost's room. I'm so sorry. Looks like she took pictures of his work from every possible angle. Angel. And when they were taken, the ice still hadn't melted yet. Wait, don't tell me. It was you. It was, at least, I'm pretty sure it was. You are? Why? Well, you see, I'm a huge fan of Mr. Halik's work, as you know. I was petrified that they might be ruined, what with the investigation that was going on and everything. So I thought I should at least capture the sculpture on film for posterity. And how did that make them melt? I think perhaps I was so intent on getting the perfect photographs that I might have tripped over the power cord without noticing. By mistake? Are you sure? I noticed it at the time, but well, how could I have been so careless to the cause of loss of his final masterpieces? That seems a little convenient to me. I'm not sure I believe it, but I'm not in a position to refute it either. I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to cause any trouble. Please, don't worry. The important thing is that you told us the truth. What he said. No hard feelings, Miss Bond. Thank you. Mr. Edgeworth. Picture's yours. Hope it helps. Are you infernal nuisance still here? You don't know when to give out. Right, let's see the evidence. Okay. Linger for as long as you like. The answer is still the same. You are not part of the investigation. Whether we're part of it or not, we'll uncover the truth nonetheless. It seems you don't know when to shut up either, but I commend you on your stubbornness. Mr. Von Karma, I'm afraid I'm the one responsible for Mr. Frost's work melting. What? What is the meaning of this? I'm so sorry. And to you, Mr. Gusto. No concern of mine. I didn't do anything and Mr. Von Karma agrees. Nothing at all, Miss Gusto. You went into Mr. Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you could tell us why. Sure, I was. Silence! You are not to give the attorney even the tiniest shred of information. Judy Bond, you're coming with me. I have reason to believe that you are an accomplice of the accused, Samson Tangaroa. No, I will be interrogating you personally, so you had better get your story in order. I understand. Wait, please. I'm not done requesting her myself, questioning her myself. And you think I care because... Bad, Gusto, and you, Scone. I have questions for all of you, and expect answer. Fine by me. Oh, you could at least ask Nestle, mannequins. He took literally everyone with him. Indeed. Well, I suppose that means there's little point in us hanging around either. Perhaps it's time we get going anyway. It is rather late. I hope the snow has let up. You're right. Home time. Guess my stomach's in agreement too. Alright, let's go grab a burger before my own stomach starts crumbling too. Sounds good to me. Let's heat up and rest up. We'll need to be fighting fit for tomorrow. We will indeed. And our first port of call will be with Mr. Tangaroa.